Hey guys, today we're doing some garage work. So this is an episode of Elevation Films Garage Days. So what we're looking at here, we got two old S chassis. Stories on them, I guess. What are we looking at? This is my old sled. We've had this one almost since new. It's a 97 Summit 670. Kind of the backstory on this unit here, this black one, was we bought it from the local dealership. It was kind of a little bit of a mod back in the day. They dropped and rolled it. Kind of got it when the Summit X come out. This was what you would test to see if you wanted to order a Summit X. So it's got the 2-inch track on it. So 136. It didn't have those skis on it at the time, but that's pretty much the only mod it had on it when we bought it. It had a yellow hood. It's a pretty nice looking unit. The black one, we had it stored in a trailer. Bad windstorm come up, flipped the trailer upside down, and this one got a little bit mangled, so the hood's a little touched up. A few years ago, I mean probably 10 years ago, we had my wife's brother paint the hood, so it's got some sick ghost kind of flames in there, black paint. We threw some Summit skis on it, I think from a Rev chassis. And we threw a set of twins on it. I don't know. After we did the twins, it did all right in the mountains. It just didn't rev out quite like it's supposed to. We did some work on it back in the day trying to figure it out. We never did get it figured out. Parked it and never looked back at it kind of deal. But so it's got a set of split-second twin pipes on it. That's pretty much the only mod done to it on the motor. It's just a stock 670, probably the original engine. It's never been wrecked or anything like that. That's about it. We bought this one here yesterday. Someone put a lot of work into it. It's got, looks like a chromoly front suspension, some aftermarket skis. Definitely has an aftermarket skid in it. Looks like a 2-inch track as well. Maybe a 144. I'm not really sure. It's got a set of pipes on it too. I'm not sure of the brand. They also kind of look like maybe a different version of split-second pipes. This guy did some. He's got the Polaris clutches. He's got the pods. He took off the fuel injection, or the oil injection, I mean. He's got like setback skid. It's a 94 or a 95 chassis. He's got a little bit of a sleeper. He's got the Formula S hood on it, which I think that was a 380. So, I mean, you're not sneaking up on anybody with these twin pipes, that's for sure. So the reason I bought this one, I guess this one's got a wrecked top end. It does pull over, but it is tight. So something's tight in there, either the crank or the top end. So the idea is that one does run, the black one. It did run when we parked it. It was running. It didn't run great, mostly because of the carb issues. And when I took it apart, I actually took it apart yesterday. I took the carbs off of it. They weren't even tight. So, and I know I never took them off before, so maybe it was just leaking air, which, you know, not thinking back, that's probably what was wrong with it. But anyways, I never did like the hack on that. That never did work, so I'm going to steal the pods. I was taking these carbs off. I figured they might have a little bit done to it. These are bored out. They've been bored out quite a bit. They're the exact same carb, but as you can see, these ones are way thicker on the end. Here, look at the difference. Someone's bored these out. So this is a little bit of a mod sled, eh? Somebody had this thing here. You can see where it's all smoothed out inside. Got the carbs apart. Not horrible. Smells like crap. The one float was a little bit sticky, but it's not all green, which tells me at least they weren't running ethanol fuel, which is, you know, that's definitely better. I mean, we're just going to spray these off, spray some jets out of it. Going to check what jet we got in here. And, yeah, see what we can do. They look pretty clean, so it's pretty sick so far. So just giving a quick update. Cleaned the carbs. They were pretty good. Like I said, I think the guy was using premium with 2-stroke mix in it, so the only thing really in them was oil. So yeah, let's when this thing flipped over, it drained all the fuel out of it and all the oil and some of the coolant, so kind of a bonus there. So it pulls over nice. We put some oil in the cylinders yesterday just to make sure she was good. Only thing I'm worried about is the seals and the crank being dried out, but it was in a shed or a trailer for say, I guess. So we got the plugs in, the fuel in, the oil in. Mix some oil and the fuel, I guess, a little bit just to double make sure we got some good lubrication for, I mean, this thing hasn't ran in ages. Maybe 10 years. No, yeah, maybe 10 years. I don't know. Maybe 8 years. It's the old. What we're gonna do is just pour a little fuel down each cylinder. You know how you do this? You do this 1,000 times maybe, because she was totally dry. She's completely dry from being upside down in the trailer. So we do this 1,000 times. The primer feels real good. Really good. I'm hoping that once we get a little fuel in here, we can prime some. Primer, like, usually the primers are like, you replace them every freaking year almost. I'm not gonna tighten it right up, 'cause hell. That spark, so we'll see. She wants to go. Sounds as good as she used to. Do this 5 or 6 times, maybe 3 times, I don't know. She's got compression, she just needs fuel now. Spark, compression. Once we get the fuel rolling, we're gonna be in the biz. Double check when we were filming there. Look at that old smoke coming out of the pipe, she's just rolling. Fuel in there now. That's 8 years. Smoking the shop out good, but I gotta get that RPMs down. That's pretty sweet though. She fired right up. Okay, so we got I think I got the throttle figured out. The cables were just way longer on this sled than this one, so even though everything was almost the same, it wasn't letting the sliders go all the way down to where they needed to be to sit on the idle adjustment screws, so that was definitely a problem. So it was revving so high. So we're gonna try her again here, see what she does. She fires up pretty good now. We got the old fail safe right here in case she wants to go ejecto. Too low now, so we'll turn these screws in a little bit. That's better. Let's check her out. Yeah, we got that sled running there now, so we're gonna take some parts off this sled to kind of dress that one up a little bit. So we're gonna swap the seat across.
Yeah, way better seat here.
I'm thinking about the handlebars. I'm not really 100%. That one's got one grip missing, but
No brakes.
I don't really want red handlebars on my Sled yet.
So we got to do that too.
Fix the brakes on that one.
Yep.
But kind of, you know how you got to go. You got to check shit out. So I think this thing's either ported, polished 670. Whoever had it, you know, it was a mod sled. It's got a lot of stuff done to it. So we're gonna check out the top and see how much it was bored out. If we're really lucky, it's a 740.
Yeah.
But it is something stiff in it right now. It doesn't spin over with crap. So it does spin over, but it's not like crazy. So
We're gonna check her out.
we're gonna check her out, see what kind of. It's all Polaris.
It's got way different things on her. Like this one's got all stock components besides those pipes, but
the pipes in the.
now it's got these big carbs on there now.
It runs good.
So I guess we'll see what this thing's got, just for curiosity.
Let's have a little bit bigger pipes on it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're split second pipes, but they're a little bit flatter.
different design too.
Different model here. Maybe?
These ones don't have any springs down here or nothing, eh? Like they're just full all the way from the top, where yours has like.
It's got some EGT bungs in them too. So.
Goal is that we're gonna take this sled and try to get it running so that we can take it to the mountains to the Riley Suhan race. So that's why he got this one out of the backyard or whatever, and that's why he bought this sled 2 days ago or whatever, or yesterday. And yeah, so
$900.
yeah, $900. He originally just bought it for the seat, right?
So I bought it for the seat. I seen it had the carbs in it.
Yeah, and the carbs to try to get this one running, because you knew that your old carbs were going to be pretty gunged up and
it'd
be a pain.
They never did run right.
Yeah, so
it always would go. It idled good, but it would bog out on the top end.
oh yeah.
So I wanted to get rid of the hack.
Okay, we're in the seat swapping zone here.
What she look like on her brake pads, I guess.
I feel like that one's not going to be seen another day on the mountain.
No, she's going right to the garbage.
I gotta do that one. Hopefully she's a little bit easier. These ones are pretty rusted up. Oh, got this one off. We got this seat off. We're just kind of trying to clean it up. We're gonna get some conditioner for it so that these don't crack when we sit on it. I might try to paint the red stripe black, because this is all black, this sled. Try to match it up. Now we're kind of trying to get these seized bolts out of the brake reservoir there, so we can fill it up with some fluid. She's seized. Oh no.
Give me a hammer. Oh, my hammer, and I'll tap it in there.
I think I just seen mice poop come out of the throttle body there. No joke, landed right on that.
Throttle what? Throttle cable.
Oh, something.
I think that's small. Where's that hammer?
Oh yeah. Got the ghost flames showing, the light. Zip tied the hood up. Professionally done. actually broke right here. Keyway broke off inside there, so we need a new one. Gotta get it off first though. Well, we had our first difficulty here. The keyway, it stripped, so then it was just spinning on the shaft, and well, obviously wouldn't make the sled go. She just about made it back in the shop, but didn't quite make her, so now we're just trying to kind of get that sorted out and then roll her in the shop on its own power, hopefully, but we might end up pulling it in the shop and doing it another day. So we're working, this is day 2 in the shop here, and this thing broke on the test drive just out in the yard here, so pulled it in the shop, and now we have got the clutch off of this one, which the keyway broke, and we actually had to torch it off because the keyway was wedged in there so bad that we couldn't get it off the shaft, where when we took the one off the other sled, it slid out super nice, just came out super easy. So we are going to disassemble the red sled here and put this shaft in that sled, because the shaft on the other one is now melted because we had to torch it to get it out. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we should have a driving sled again. We'll see. We got the jack shaft out. We're gonna just trying to get her going, so we're just improvising with hole saws right through the side panel here. Yeah, they should have. It was much easier to take her out that way, so now we gotta go do that one over there. That one's just a part sled, so we'll just do the same thing. Okay, so a little bit of an update here. We had to buy a new shaft because we messed this one up trying to get it out of this sled because it must have been seized in there, and the other one was messed up, so we had to pick up that. We got a new brake line and lever because this one seems to not want to work anymore. And yeah, we're just assembling the shaft in there, and then I think once we get that brake line out, we'll have brakes, and then we're also going to swap the pipes over because what did you say, those pipes are bigger or something?
Those ones are bigger on that sled, and these ones never did work right,
so we're just gonna switch them out, see how they perform, I guess, see if it revs out, and yeah, then that should be it. She should be ready to go. Just got to the shop, day 3 of kind of trying to get these sleds going, or this sled going here. Got the clutch off of it, and then we are taking the clutch off of this one now. Got a whole bunch of tools on there, so we got to clean all that stuff off, and then get the clutch off of this one, put it on that one, and then start us reassembling that one with this one's pipes as well. So this one's giving us a hard time getting her off here. Tried water and grease, back to the water, using the impact. So the clutch wouldn't come off the parts sled there, so I'm ripping out to a local shop here to grab a clutch puller off this guy, and he's helping us out, let us borrow a tool because we don't have one. We should just order one off of Amazon, but there's different kinds for different sleds, so I think he has the right one that we need. Grab the clutch puller and hopefully get that one off, and then put on the other sled there. Well, so Ben was nice enough to borrow us a clutch puller and holder for the sled as well, so definitely helping us out here. So thanks a lot, Ben, for helping us out. Definitely check him out if you have any sled troubles or anything like that with like older sleds. He does quads and like side-by-sides, anything like that. So T-minus 2 days till we're leaving, and we gotta reassemble this thing. We got the clutch off of that sled over there because we kind of messed up the clutch that was on it before, so we're swapping both clutches. So we're just gonna match them up just because we knew that they worked together on that sled over there, so we're gonna put them both on this one. Once we get those on, then I'll work on getting the pipes off of that sled, putting them on this sled, and then all I have to do after that is the brakes. And we got a new brakes over here as well. So we'll just toss those in, and then this thing should be ready to rip for the weekend. So let's get her done. Okay, got the clutch on there, both clutches. Now we are swapping the pipes. I have to swap the entire things because these are a different outlet than these pipes. They must come with the pipe kit with the outlets there. So yeah, I gotta swap those both out. Just doing the Allen keys right now, and then we'll swap the pipes over. So we got the twin pipes on there from that sled. Hopefully they run a little bit better. Had a hard time getting the belt on by myself just because I gotta like push the sled back and everything. Might do that tomorrow. Now all we gotta do is get the brakes working, which I'll have to remove that whole brake line and put on the new one, and then add some fluid. And got the new / used brake on there. Just gotta take these bolts out and then fill the reservoir up and bleed the brakes. And then I think we'll do that tomorrow. We'll finish all this up tomorrow. So that'll be Thursday, 2 days before we leave on Friday. So we'll get her tuned up then, and then get her running, do another test rip, and then hopefully she runs good enough to come to the mountains with us to Golden, to the Riley Suhan race. So see how she goes. It's been quite the adventure over the last week getting this thing running. It started off really easy, where all he had to do was put new carbs on it and then change the spark plugs, and it started up and everything. And then blowing this the keyway out of this thing coming in the door really put a wrench in our plan. So then we had to switch all this around, and then we were like, oh, we might as well make it run a little bit better with the pipes. And then we had to take the chain case apart and all that stuff, obviously, because we had to switch the jack shaft out. So it's been quite the ordeal. And then I guess obviously we need brakes going down the trail, so made sure that the brake light is gonna work too, plugged all that in underneath there, so it should be ready to go. Guess we'll just have to wait and see till tomorrow, and that'll be the telltale if it's gonna work or if he's gonna be riding his Polaris. But hopefully we can get this thing out there. It'd be a lot of fun to see it ripping around. I'm sure it'll attract a lot of attention at the cabin too, just because it has twin pipes on it and all that stuff, and being an older sled. So it's the final day here of the finishing touches on the sled. We just got the brakes bled. This was honestly the longest part of this whole deal because we had to buy a new lever, but then we probably didn't really need a new lever because you just needed to have pressure on this thing. Like I had to put my hand over this, pumped it up until it would squirt out my hand. Then I did that on the line to get the fluid down to the line and then into the brakes. But it was a little bit of a process figuring that all out. But now we just gotta throw this belt on, and then we can fire her up and see how she sounds and see if she's gonna run good enough to take her to the mountains tomorrow. So should be pretty fun. Okay, so we got the belt on, the brakes good to go. We had to replace the fuel line because we melted it when we were taking this off, so now we're ready. So we just got the sled running perfectly good, so I think it's ready to go. Now I'm just gonna kind of clean it down, make it look half decent, and load it up in the trailer and get ready to go to the race tomorrow. So I'll try to get this video out before the race, so stay tuned for the race video of this sled up on the hill, me racing my 24 free ride in the Riley Suhan backcountry race. I'll do a full video of that day as well, so stay tuned for that. For now, this is what you get, us fixing up my dad's old 1997 670. Did actually a lot more work to it than we thought, and it was fun though. It took a couple days. It would have took shorter if we didn't have just some hiccups along the way, like that clutch breaking on us after the first test ride, but just thought I would film it and show everyone. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and remember to stay tuned for the next one, and I'll see you there.